Tower of Facades. Still, by GbreezeSunset. Oh, right. It doesn't save anything. Can't afford hard drives. Gotta spend it all on useless office space. Oh, yeah, that also breaks the game. Because usually if you give it the wrong message, it teleports you someplace weird. Whatever. We'll go with it. Alright, from last time... Squiggles just has that timing. Let me see, where are my notes here? Because it doesn't save. You simply need to remember what you were doing, or write them down. Alright, we got Stronger Chuck on 3. The Carrot Platform. Pokey doesn't grow. No sound on Potobo jumps. And... Zippy or Mole. Okay. Typically this is a observe the differences hack, but because we have half the answers from last time, this is not going to take quite as long. Also, shout out to Schema Tuna, because Schema Tuna provided me with answers for the upper 2 floors that are Rot 13'd, so we can try to figure out what we're doing wrong. Oh, that was... Yeah, I got that one wrong. Guess I need to enunciate what I'm doing. Okay, number 2 has the sus red Koopa. Doesn't turn towards the player, that Ninja. Want procs way earlier. 200 points on consecutive jumps, which is weird. And the arm pumping is slower. That one threw me for a massive loop. It's a subtle change. And yes, you must get those or else you'll come back and be sad later. Okay, urchins don't blink. Faster birds. No bubble from player. Does remind me, I have an idea for one of them. Super aggro flame. And looks 5 times before crossing the street. I don't need the 1-up, but I want the 1-up. Okay. Cool, we're in level 4 now, where I have what I believe are 3 of the answers. So in this room... It's really weird, but, like, it clashes different when you hit the guy with the shell. I'm not entirely... Well, we can't check that one easily. I'm not enamored by this, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the actual answer is. Because I'll probably Rot 13 just to see what the actual answer is. But, like, the clashing works differently. It's subtle, I guess. Shout out to Hawaluta and Lady Pony for that one. The sign is unlit. I'm not convinced that's the actual answer, but it sure looks like it. And then finally, the other thing we know for a fact, that there is a Chuck that's only worth 400 points when he should be worth 800 points. Which, considering how subtle everything else in this level area has been, is surprising. Clashing left worked differently, yes. Alright, I had an idea for D, because of the QLDC level yesterday. Let's see if I'm right. Okay. I was hoping that he wouldn't kick up dust at all. Check the first one again. Which direction the shell flew when you rammed in the Koopa while facing left? Yes. That was the theory. Now you get dust on both of them. Yeah, that was my theory, was that you'd kick up different dust somehow. Or no dust in one of the rooms. But I was wrong. Or maybe it's more subtle than that. Because that's like the only thing I could think of. Because of the level where Mario was invisible. Well, there's actually kind of like... How does the dust spawning even work? Alright, well that was my theory for that room. We'll see if we can figure it out without looking at the Rot 13 yet. Oh, that's still dusty. And then there was A, where there are 2 Koopas and the ability to cape. And therefore, was thinking it had something to do with the cape. But never quite got it right. I don't think it's slam, because I think slamming is really hard with these Koopas. Alright. So one thing I do want to see is if the 3 that I do know are correct. So let's check out B. Clash is different. That was wrong. Holy cow, Cape Whip? Yeah, we tried that. It looks the same to me. Definitely wrong on B. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So, apparently, the answer is it doesn't make a sound when it hits the wall. I hear sound. I heard a sound. It definitely sounds. Yeah, no sound. Holy cow. Bizarrely, B3 is the right answer. But the clashing thing definitely was not it. I wonder if the sound has something to do with another timer somewhere that causes the clashing to be weirder. Huh. Ain't that a kick to the head. Alright, let's check E, because I'm pretty sure I got E. That's not the right E. Different points of killing check. Okay, good. We're right on there. And then C was different sign. Oh, Christ on a cracker. Actually, I don't know if that's the right one. So apparently, the correct one for this one is that the disco shell has different colors. Which, heaven help you. Now, I do also have the answers. So let's see. I want to cover up A and D. A. C2 turns out to be the correct... Okay. Well, we have the right answers for the wrong reasons. Long story short. So I guess that, like, in case you're colorblind or something, this was a helping hand. Because, like, trying to figure out colors for Disco Shell, very, very tricky. Alright, let's go back to A and play around. Even with the answers, I don't want to immediately grab. Like, grab them and go. I guess something I don't remember from last time is, was the contents of the left one also a cape? No, interesting. Oh, that was a fire flower. Thank you for the follow. There's no fish, but you can imagine some tasty fish. Thanks for the good luck. How you doing, Carlos? So I think it's something to do with either the fire flower or the cape. I think obviously at this point it has to be one of those. $100 and he goes. And there's also two of them. Why are there two of them? If it was just something kind of weird with one of the two things, why would you provide me with two Koopas? Right? Like, wouldn't you just whip one of them and notice a difference? Though... Okay, actually, I guess I have a wacky theory now. What if there's a rule to how they look when you whip them? Like, I whip him that way, he looks away. He looks away. Okay, so the case, I think the case is that Koopas always look away when you cape whip them. Because, you know, you're kind of flinging them away from yourself. So maybe it works slightly differently in one of these rooms where they're facing a different direction. Now that's away. And that's away. Okay. Well, they still kill you like normal Koopas. But in the interest of this not taking forever, I'm not going to spend hours banging my head into the wall. Especially when streamers who are more observant and know more Mario minutia than I do have had harder times. There's a lot of those kind of sickos out there who just know all about that kind of thing. I don't even mean that in like a derogatory sense. They're just, that's who they are. They love Kuso tech and everything. In there. Okay, well, I think my cape whip theory has been soundly disproven. Flings away, flings away. Alright, try the middle room, and then we'll try something with the fire flower, because I don't have any better ideas. Okay. Yep, they still fling away. Alright, so, in all honesty, it's more annoying to get the flower. So it's very possible the flower is the trick to this room. Because, like, getting the cape wasn't as bad. Like, poofs and turns into a coin. Why are there two, though? What if their coins behave differently? Somehow. Bounce and... poof, bounce and jump. No, it looks like the coins behave the same to me. I was curious if, like, there was a score counter above when you actually got it, but I guess not. Oop. Nope. It's the same. Looks the same. They still give 200 each. Coins don't have, like, a chaining factor, where if you collect both of them within quick succession, you get more points, do they? I don't think they do. And of course, anyone listening who doesn't already know the answer is totally welcome to make good guesses, because this is where things get hard. But I also have answers, so either way. I can't get it in another couple minutes, I don't know. I'll decrypt, like, the first couple... Decrypt? I mean, really, if it's Route 13, is it still decrypting it? Like, I guess. But... killed one Koopa and went for the Cape Slam. That was the theory people had last time, and I just couldn't quite do it. Because it required taking off at a fairly narrow passage. But it's not a bad idea given the setup. But then why are there two Koopas? Anyway, how you doing, Simon? I think I ended up turning on the cheaty thing that let me do the Cape Slam and didn't notice a significant difference. Let's actually... Oh no, wait, didn't work on SA1. That's why we didn't do it. Because it wasn't written for SA1. And this is SA1 for some reason? Like, there's probably no real reason for this to be SA1. There's no part where it's gonna, like, go and... Yeah, like... I was close. At least I felt close. I'm not convinced I can do that. It does feel like I'm close in terms of, like, arm pumping. Okay, I can do it. You definitely can't do it with both in the room, though. That's without saying. I was actually legitimately surprised. Okay. Nah, that wouldn't even got me P-speed anyway. going to decrypt the first word. Coins. Okay. So I guess that eliminates the idea of the cape being involved. So that's a very good hint. Something about coins. Maybe it has to do with how they fall. Because, like, I feel at least one of these coin sets did something weirder. Maybe. Okay, that still oscillates downward. They both jump fine as far as I can tell. By the way, I do have the solutions as provided by Schema Tuna. Very graciously provided by Schema Tuna to make this not take forever. Because my understanding is the upper floor, I think, took a full stream's worth of time. His time. True that. How you doing, Fire? 2 Koopas make think it has to do with the sprites interact. Maybe. Like, do coins bounce against each other? They don't. They just go through each other. Took you a while. GbreeZ is a madman when it comes to just, like, weird Mario mechanics. Some of these may be vanilla, some of these maybe not, but just... It's not an easy one. I'm not sure what I expected when I picked this up for Moderation Beyond. Ooh, puzzle. Hey. No, they definitely don't seem to do anything funny when they interact. But I got here all the way to this floor without any hints. And I got... Well, I guess I could get one from Hawaloota, so I got 2 out of the 5 here. Though the reasoning for 2 of them was wrong, which I think is funny. Floor, huge difficult spot? Yes. When a Koopa touches one, that's... Alright. Okay, just wanders right through. I like that idea. Because, yeah, then that would explain why there's 2 Koopas. Because everything else you could do doesn't really need that property. Nope. Only complaint, it's a lovely hat. Yeah, I felt like up until... I guess I did get some help from other people. Like, there was the arm-pumping one on the Chuck. That one took a while, the birds. But yeah, it's... definitely not an easy hack. I just walked right through. So I guess we can eliminate that. Alright, let's do another word. Coins do not. Okay. Coins do not. It's a property of coins that usually is there, but is not here presently. In the right one. I feel it has something to do with the bounce. And I just missed it. It's a weird bounce the coins do when you really think about it. It's cute, but such an unnecessary mechanic when basically nothing else in the game bounces. Try shooting them from the right. Fair point. I have, in fact, been just shooting them from the left because it's been convenient. Looks about the same. But we'll try it. After all, that's not oh, wait. That's not necessarily the different room. If we get to it, I actually do have something else cool rigged up for tonight, so... would be nice to get through this before the end of time. Okay. Bounces. Bounces the same way. They fall, they bounce. I forget what the knowledge ball thing is. It's kind of like this, where you get a word periodically, and you're allowed to buzz in at any point in time, but if you get it wrong, then you are disqualified. But if you get it right, you get more points. No, it's still bouncing. You get more points for buzzing in earlier, because I'll keep giving you more information about the subject until you get the correct subject. Just like Jeopardy and people ringing in early. One thing I really did not like about the Watson match versus the other champions match was that Watson got the whole question all at the same time. I definitely think that they should have had to read out the question and have him get it piecemeal. Or for the robot to get a piecemeal, at least. Alright, so that did not disambiguate things. Alright, one more from the right. Nope, looks the same. Alright, let's get another word. Oh, are you kidding me? Alright, well that gives away the game. That's... I just want to point out, one of these is literally the Chuck gives you fewer points. Like... Okay. Let's see. Will we actually see it? Yep, that's it. There is no sparkle when you collect the coin. The message I got to was coins do not sparkle. Presumably when collected is the rest of the sentence. Coins don't sparkle. That was incredibly subtle. But also, I felt like that was something I could have gotten if I hadn't been focused on 500 other things. Honestly, I think that room might have been better if it just didn't have the two boxes and just shoved you into Fire Flower state. Or something. Or at least just had a box with a Fire Flower in it. This is GBreeze. GBreeze can do that. Alright, one more room. We got D. I still think it has something to do with the dust. I want it to have something to do with the dust so badly because of that QLDC level yesterday. But it looks dusty. Also, because there's no other surface area. My initial idea for this room was that there was a Kaizo block hidden in one of the rooms. Just to be kind of dickish. And you needed to find the specific block. Turns out I was wrong on every level with that one. Okay, try this one again. I feel like the dust doesn't last as long in this room, maybe. I mean, the nice thing about such a property... It's so hard to tell. Any buttons / directions that don't work? Nope, all the buttons work. Got your start. I'm not selecting out. Select presumably works. I can spin jump. I can press... I can scroll. That's new. That was unexpected. Why would you leave that on? I guess in case you needed it elsewhere. There might be a puzzle that uses that. Guess we could see if scrolling is available in every room. Yep, I can scroll in this one. Wait. Maybe? Yep. Is that it? Okay, I think I see it. I think I see it, and I was right about it being dust. I think that there is a smaller mote of dust that exists that is not used in this room. That's what I think it is. Like, it looks like that to me. In fact, I want to bank on it. Let's see. Alright, D1. I'm going to pencil it in. And there's no way I would have thought of that if not for the level yesterday. It's just a property you don't think about very much, is Mario's dust. It sounds like drugs, doesn't it? E3 for clashes differently. C2 for sign unlit. D1 for my dusty theory. And the cheap chuck. And yes, I was correct. Doesn't use smallest mote of dust. Okay. All right. Let's see what the information that Schema gave me was. Dust has a frame or two removed. So yeah, I was correct. That was correct for the right reason. I feel quite edified. We did it. We beat the 4th floor, but there's more. Remember when I said there were 4 floors? Well, technically there's a 5th, but it's entirely optional and your only reward is that moon! To get to the 5th floor, take the pipe up there. To exit the level, go take the door to the right. You can travel freely between both. I'm not ready to exit the level. Honestly, if I wasn't so emphatic about dust, just because of the thing, I've traveled freely between both. Thanks for the good luck. I do have cheats for those two. Oh, hey, see, there's a moon here. Oh, no, I'm not leaving that way. It's like a side exit or something. I'm getting my moon first. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, this is moderation stuff. Just checking that all the doors go places where they're expected to go. Before we get too far into the weeds. This looks exactly like what I expected it to look like. It does make me wonder who made the moon level in QLDC now. Alright, we got the same basic setup as one of the earlier floors. Alright, do I have my sheet made for that? No, I don't. Let me do quick. Level 5. Nice music, though. A-B... Yes, I know caps lock is on, Vim. I put it on. E-. There we go. Alright, let's check out letter A. There's a key. You can key jump on it. It makes a noise when you bonk things with it. Okay, there's a key. Looks like a normal key. You can key jump with it. Makes noises when you bonk things. I mean, clearly the first letter... Well, it does maybe not first letter. Okay, you... I was really hoping the frame perfect jump was one of the things. Nope. There's a keyhole somewhere I need to find. Those are really nice candles, actually. You know what? I wonder... Okay, I can see through the hole of the key. That's the kind of thing that I think I would do if I was going to mess with this. Annoying to check. Ah. Yeah, I can definitely see through the eye of the key. That doesn't help. Okay. Yep, I was right. Holy cow. Oh, no, wait, I'm wrong. Just bad setup, I suppose. Yeah. That would have been so cool if I was right there. Yeah, you can clearly see through it. I'm so disappointed. That would have been such a nice little thing to change. In fact, it would have been way easier to do with the door here. Because, like, there's a door, I don't need to kick it up in the air to see things. But the solid black background made me think, oh, that could totally be it. Like, when was the last time you you thought about the hole in the key? Like, it's just not a thing usually. Like, the hole in the key in, I think, Mario 2 isn't it might be transparent, actually, I don't know. Need to use the hole in the key to, like, find a secret message somewhere along the wall. There's probably a way of doing, like, color math to make that work out. Alright, well, that's this room. Get to see it, like, 4 pixels at a time. We have a Yoshi. We have 2 candles lit. And 2 Goombas. Worth the normal number of points. Two Goombas. Goombas. Why would there be 2 Goombas? Well, I guess the 2 Koopas question was never really answered either. Like, the coins not sparkling would not be more evident with 2 coins over 1, to be honest. Oops. What if it was something like that? What if, like, one of these just doesn't scare Yoshi? Like, we have a Yoshi with 0 fear. No, that doesn't help. It's an interesting set of things. Yoshi and 2 Goombas. Gotta love how, like, physical objects don't interfere with Yoshi's tongue. He's just like, yeah, I'm still gonna grab that. I'm hungry. I want a snack. What if it's that? Because, like, the way Yoshi interacts with these things is weird. We have 200 points for that. Is that it? At 200 points for walking over him. That's 200 points. Let's see if I'm right. Let's exit on accident. It's a brand new floor with brand new puzzles. I ain't immediately reaching for my, It's also 200. Did I not? I swore I saw it do 400 somewhere. Yeah, 400. And then 200. Why did that happen? Ah. Why did that happen? Is that default behavior? If you mount a Yoshi and there's a Goomba right there and you kill them both at the same time, is that literally the default behavior? That is the default behavior, maybe. Funny, never had a clue how to get that one key in vanilla that's totally stuck in a wall. It's coming back a decade or so past Mario Maker and understand immediately what's being asked. I could see that being confusing. Yeah, 400, that's the default behavior. I didn't know that. Why is that the default behavior? What an odd thing. Alright, well, let's... It better... Oh. You know what I bet this is? Is one of these is the corner tile. What's up, Matt? I don't know how you jump off that corner tile. I know it's a thing people do, but I don't know how to do it. But I'm willing to bet that's what this is. But I've been wrong every other time, so hey, what do I know? I was so excited about that key thing. I thought I'd found it. It'd be such an easy change to make. Like, I'm pretty sure the key sprite probably has spare colors. Maybe it has black as an accent somewhere on it. Like, I do not know how to do that. Has a black outline? Yeah, there we go then. It would have worked out. I don't like that room. I'm moving on for a second. There's a shell, therefore we must shell jump. Makes all sorts of noises. It really looks and behaves like a normal shell. 200 points for killing it. Okay, 200 points for bonking it. Doesn't seem to have clipping problems. I'm going to keep looking for that in the hopes that my key theory is borne out somewhere else. 200 for stomping it. $200 period. 200 period. Alright, well, let's finish surveying. There's a Wiggler and 2 power-ups. Divine and Wiggler. I have a weird theory. Okay, so hear me out. I'm pretty sure that Wiggler's flower should, okay, it didn't move during that. I want to see if the Wiggler's flower is animated during the power-up freeze. Nope, still animated. Or not animated. Like, if it continued to fall, that would be interesting. Nope. Maybe the flower itself is the interesting thing. I guess I still haven't found out what's in the box. What is in the other box? So we have a choice of cape or flower. Apparently, cape slams don't affect Wigglers. I guess I knew that somewhere deep in my brain, but it didn't seem important at the time. Is the other one a fire flower? Leading to once again a... Oh no, they're both cape. Okay, interesting. We can do the cape thing. Okay, Wiggler again is not affected by that. Wiggler's not affected by that. Something interesting happen if you jump on a red Wiggler enough. Like, is that what we're supposed to be clued into here? Oh no, I wanted to look at the flower as it fell off, just in case that was it, but I don't think it is. It might be a little bit grayer than the other flowers, but it's one of those, like, is this projector? Is this something else? Looks the same. I'm thinking here. I was thinking maybe if I goes in Cape Slide, I might be able to hurt him. Something game breaking happens if you bounce between Wigglers enough, but that requires scrolling them on and off screen to get them to become yellow again. Yeah. I actually used to do that as a kid to get 1-ups. Once I realized or learned it worked. But it is hilarious. Is that how you're supposed to interact with the Wiggler? It's very funny about Kate bouncing off of a Wiggler. Oh, wait. These might be a hint. Oh, what? Oh, okay, it only takes effect if you're in the falling state. Or once you've achieved Cape. Useful to know, but not presently helpful. If anyone has any theories, feel free to shout them out. I will not stop you. Wait, maybe I don't want to slam. Maybe I just want to come to a drift. You were pretty well protected in Cape Drift. Theories I don't need to die? You're probably correct. It's just not very helpful. I guess dying isn't helpful either, so eh. I do want that moon. Alright, so I think what you've derived is, in general, you cannot cape your way through a Wiggler. Oh, there's only fire flower in there. That was not the thing I meant to do. Alright, I'm gonna pick a room and then get a word. See if it helps. I need to not slam. I guess we'll probably start at the beginning with the key. Do Wigglers interact with twirls? I do not believe so. Wigglers are programmed weird. There's a few of these sprites in the game where you're like, this doesn't feel like it's the right game sometimes. Like the Dino Rhinos, the big ones. They don't behave the right way with respect to an awful lot of other stuff. One of those, I wonder if, like, this was in a beta and they threw it in at the last minute because, oh, well, we need something now. But yeah, no, you can't. I don't believe you can twirl a Wiggler. Alright, we'll take one word of our Route 13 thing. Cape. Spin. Alright, well, Cape Spin is part of the answer. Fascinating. I'm kind of wondering if I can Cape Spin the flower. On the bright side, it means I no longer have to keep trying to crash into the Wiggler. I really just want it to be the flower. Like, GbreezeSunset knows all about extended sprites. And I'm pretty sure I twirled away the flower. I think that's it. You can twirl away the flower in this room and I couldn't elsewhere. Let's check that. Oh, wait! It dissolved! That... Does that happen when it... Oh, of course it happens. It happens when it touches... surface? Was that a freak accident that it disappeared there? That's not the way to play it. Down. Okay, never mind. It didn't do that. I also lost track of which room this worked in. Alright, looks like you can cape twirl away the flower in E2, maybe? Let's check the others. Yeah, no, that's definitely it. Alright, that's one down. Cape Whirl away the flower. 1 down, 4 to go. I guess we're doing B. Alright, this was this room with the Yoshi and the Wiggler. Or with these things. Not Wiggler, no. What can we do to make these interesting for Yoshi, right? Okay, I could use that to bonk one of them. That's cute, but I think that's a lot of setup for something that's silly. I'm going to assume that's how Yoshi's tongue usually works. Oh, no. No, no, no. Stay put. And you also stay put. Thanks for the good luck. How you doing, Louie? Long time no see. It didn't work the way I wanted to. What do we do? What do we do with 2 Goombas and a Yoshi? That's interesting. Is this anything? I'm gonna get my laptop off my lap. That's annoying. Just realized it's been sitting there forever. I guess when I was writing things down, it made sense, but not right now. Oh, interesting. I ate both of them. Can I do that normally? Oh, yes, you can. It's more about, like, figuring out what the surface area of this room is, right? Rather than, like, what do I actually do? But the answer is you can eat 2 of them at once. That is not any different here. What do we do with a drunken Yoshi early in the morning? What? Is this the room's right side wall flipping me off? What? No, the right side wall looks normal. What? Where did you get this idea? Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, oh, it's giving me the finger. It's abstract. I can see it. It's silly, but I can see it. Like, why could we need the Yoshisaur for this? What if it's something simple? What if it's just score? 200, 400. I also learned that if you mount a Yoshi while it's on top of a Goomba, it also gives you 400 points, which is weird to me. It's alright, that was 200, 400. Not sure why Yoshi would make it any different. I don't think Yoshi has a different table for that. So close, yet so far away. Yeah, 200, 400. Marshall. Yeah, what do we do with the Yoshi? And 2 Goombas. It's not even early in the morning yet. It's still technically evening. Well... Oh, this is a dumb idea. Dang it. Need to sleep, so good night. Alright, see you later, Matt. I'm going to continue to consider my Yoshi options. Alright, so we shoved one away while killing the other one. That was interesting, maybe? This seems difficult to set up consistently. Yeah, it seems difficult to set up consistently. Den options. It's true. I have plenty. Theory, what if Yoshi's run speed from getting hit is different? Second Goomba's just there to use a speedometer. It's not a bad idea. Alright, well I don't... Let's reset the experiment. Okay, so it takes approximately the same amount of time for the Goomba to walk across as it does the Yoshi in that instance. I actually like this theory a lot, because we definitely have had other things that made it look like speedometer, but I think we actually used this specific principle. He got to the wall a little bit sooner. We'll have to double check that one. Also, well, that invalidated part of that. I need to hold left and B while this is happening to make sure that the experiment... What? I think you might be onto something, given I cannot properly dismount the Yoshi in this room. Which has not been a problem in the other rooms. Alright, let's use a different metric of time then. Because apparently the under the block isn't very good. He hits the wall, far wall about that time. Too early to test. I want to see where the alignment will be. Like, I want to see that on the second hit. Again, it's not a good test. I think that's about the right thing. Okay. And so in the time it takes the Goomba to get that far, he's that far over. And in fact, he beats him to the wall. Okay. Just barely. Yeah, Yoshi barely beats the Goomba to the wall. The fact that I cannot, in fact, I can't not remount the Yoshi gives very good credence to this theory. Too early. That is just about the same. But why can't I remount the Yoshi? Like, why is that happening? Let me check this room just to make sure it's happening the same way. Otherwise, I'm willing to call that a difference, and we'll see if I'm right, at least by the number. It's like here. Okay, there I did remount. Maybe that's the problem, is I'm pressing the wrong set of buttons. Maybe. Okay, now I can't reproduce this. If I hold a B here. How did I do this in the first place? Like, why did it work? What did I do? Buddy Hoffney bobs his head. Maybe. Alright, see you later. We'll put him right here. Okay. He bobs his head. What's up, Groovy Gadget? We're speed testing Yoshis. That looks about the same as the other one. He does 5 nods across the room. Thereabouts. Of course, my testing is, you know, a little bit sloppy. Oh, that's probably the way about this. Okay. It's about the same. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, he might be nodding faster. Hard to tell. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's a little imprecise if I'm counting him going across the room. Gonna play Tears of the Kingdom? Nice. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with this. Alright, let's take our first word clue. Different. Alright, there's something different. I think I want the second word. Different ways. Different ways. Different ways. I'm gonna guess of. 2. So the next word is probably actually useful. The Speedo thing just seems so reasonable. Interesting. I feel like I'm back in, like, high school physics. Where I'm trying to create, you know, an experiment to determine how fast the racing car is using, like, very rudimentary instruments. Not what I meant to do. I meant to play with the thing. And then, of course, they give us, like, the laser things that let you measure things, like, really easily. Yeah, that looks about the same as the last one. I think the Yoshi was a little bit further forward, but again, my precision here isn't great. Like, I liked being up against the wall because it told me something meaningful, but the two height seems to be an indicator. Yeah, that's about the same. Like, if Yoshi's speed is significantly different, that one might be a little bit slower? Let's try that experiment again, because that looked like it was a little bit bit further away than it usually is. Considering it'll make half a tile different every time. I think this Yoshi's a little bit slower. That's my theory. Let's try a couple other ones just to be sure. Or one other one. Yeah, I think that Yoshi's a little bit slower. It's not a lot. Yeah, I think he's just a little bit slower. Alright, so this would be A. 1. Alright, well, I am correct about the guess. I do wonder if my logic is correct. I'm certain about E. Yoshi... Scared... Yoshi... is slower. Alright, let's see what the actual thing said. The actual full clue says now. I've made my guess. I'm sticking with it. Different ways to solve, but Schema Tuna 8 canceled the Goombas and they interacted differently in one room. Okay. That is definitely not what I was expecting, and the Eat canceling was also not what I was expecting. I wonder what the intended thing is. It's like, the way this is built, I definitely like the Speedo idea, but again, it's a very imprecise science, the timing of the Yoshis. Yeah. I still think the A one's just a little bit slower. Alright, well. Oh, wait. That's B. Never mind. Just read that. I guess it's wrong for B, so I don't act... This isn't A. The heck is Eat canceling? I don't know. I legitimately don't know. Let's learn. Eat canceling SMW. Eat cancellation as SMW glitch. Alright. Oh, if you eat it and get hit at around the same time, it can cause weird things to happen. Alright, well let's try it out. Grab this Goomba. And no, that's not it. I wonder if it's kind of like the clashing thing, where like it has to do with an interaction that exists, but it's not necessarily the interaction we cared about. Yeah, Yoshi has some on his tongue when he's spooked. That wasn't good enough. Ends up dropping it. That's my vague understanding. I'm not close enough for that. You solved this without eat canceling? Okay. Well, if you're willing to give me information, Fire. Did it have anything to do with Yoshi speeds? Or at least your solution. I'm not enamored with the eat canceling works differently. No shade to be thrown. An answer's an answer. Dang it. Not sure what I want to do anymore. Not that. Might be time to go to a different room. that entire setup was lousy. Yoshi. I need to walk forward instead of backwards. This is an easy double eat to set up. I've done it a few times already. Not quite. I do think it has to do with Yoshi getting spooked. I like that idea. I just don't know if I'm able to measure it accurately enough. Because, like, initially I thought that that one was slower, but there's also the thing that was causing that. Okay, just checking to see if occlusion around Yoshi's tongue happens to be slightly different now. It isn't. I may go mess around in another room where there's more confidence. It's about the same speed. If they ever actually will, like, match up time-wise. Oop, nope. What if I'm doing it wrong? What if we don't measure that? We measure something else. Okay, hear me out. Okay, well, I need to know where the dude starts, but, like, if we measure the number of times he goes back and forth before the bottom Goomba reaches the other side, then we have a good idea of how fast the Yoshi is going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It takes 10 hits, roughly. This is a better experiment than what I was doing, because this one's actually consistent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's roughly when the Goomba got to the wall. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I believe the Yoshi to be the same speed in all of the rooms based upon this experiment. Any difference is probably fairly small and hard to notice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. I would say that at least doing that averaged out some of our error. So whatever observations we did before were kind of faulty. At least we're learning about experimental protocols. Alright, now what do I do with this stupid Yoshi? Oh, I know what I do with the stupid Yoshi. I ditch him. And let's go play around in A. Let's play around in A. I already forgot what was in A. Oh, it's the solitary key that I'm still sad about it not occluding things behind it. Because that would have been a very, like, SMB1 kind of thing. Or SMB2, really. Well, you can clearly see through there. I can jump on it. What if it's like 2 keys and it just happens to be in the same spot so well? So eventually I can knock it out of the other key. Or that was what it was in QLDC. I'm not convinced that was the case here. Okay, so keys only make a noise if they hit on the horizontal, not on the vertical, which is interesting, I guess. Nope, that's... That would be a little bit of a tricky thing to do, wouldn't it? Like, what if the top part of the door goes somewhere else? Nope. I'm gonna try it in all of them, because that would be funny. Nope. Would have been cool, though. Alright, what next? What can I do with a key that isn't Uso? Still sad about that. That would have been such a good trick. Okay, what? How about this? There's weird interactions when Mario gets, like, hit with a key. Let's try playing with that, I guess. I think it just shoves you out the other direction. Unless it's 2 keys, in which case it kills you. Thank you, Color a Dinosaur. At least we have now confirmed that these are not, in fact, 2 keys. If it's 2 keys, Mario would have died. Which would have been inconvenient for Mario, briefly. Okay. What can I do that's interesting with a key? Okay, there's a starburst pattern that... Shoot. There's a starburst pattern that shows up when I throw it. Maybe there's something to do with that? Looks the same-ish. The key always makes a noise when hitting horizontally, regardless of how it is moved. Like, all my good ideas are already done. What if it has to do... No, I can spin jump with the key. Is that a different sprite that I'm not noticing? Oh, it makes the same noise as Mario. You know, it's something I've never actually tried before, but it's really convenient. You can actually pick it up in the first few frames of spin jump. I'd never considered that. But I can't, like, you know, spin jump with it. Yeah. What else do keys do in this game? It's such an inert object. You know? Like, what does one do with a key? Alright, I'm gonna take a clue or two. Key. Yep, figured that much. Key bounces? Which room am I in? Ow. Okay, so there's a key. It bounces. And it bounces twice, I guess? Okay, seems to be about the same. Yeah, that has much more dampening on its bounce. Like, while it can bounce twice, it is a much lower bounce. Or is it? No, that's about the same. Okay. I'm gonna keep doing experiments. I think I might have it. It doesn't maintain the horizontal movement quite as much in one. Like, I'm dropping it by holding down. Let's see. Yeah, that doesn't go quite as far horizontally, I think. Sleep. Alright, so that's a little further over. Let's do this experiment correctly. Do things that are reproducible in each room and notice any differences. Okay. Yeah, I think that moves a lot less in the horizontal direction when dropped. I'm fairly confident in that one. Bounces a little less when dropped. Okay, so maybe there's other dampening involved, but the horizontal is more noticeable for me than the vertical in this case. Alright, well, that's at least a couple rooms down now. What room do we go to now? I think D. D for shell. I need to not do that. It's annoying to get back over there. So, D for shell. E for donut. E for double shell jump. I didn't mean to do that. D for didn't mean to do that. Wait, this is B. I don't want to be in B. We're still confused by B. Even with a hint, I'm still confused. Knowing the right answer, or knowing the correct room is useful. Knowing why is more important to some extent. At least for edification, even if I am cheating. I mean, we've already done the bounce thing. Can't really measure the speed all that well just by kicking it. And also, you can kick at different speeds. So that's important to note. Maybe, oh, why do I keep going to B? Maybe that's the trick. Maybe that you can't kick it at multiple speeds. Well, it's definitely the normal kind of slow speed. Alright, so that has at least two speeds. Excuse me. Huh. No. Back to start. I feel like this shell is still slower somehow. I think that might be it, is you can't kick the shell faster in this one room. Well, then again... Yeah, I'm not thinking this anymore. I don't know, it's tricky. Wait. Yeah, the shell animates at a faster speed when you kick it faster, right? Because it's spinning faster. Yeah, that's also spinning faster. Never mind. That was my theory. Yeah. Alright, don't have any ideas here. D for don't have any ideas. Ask your custom ChatGPT. Go for it, Arisen. How you doing? Unless your custom AI has been watching Schema Tuna, it's unlikely to know the answers. Oop. I'm trying to think of what I could do here with these. It's a very difficult spot the difference game. Highlights magazine the same. In physics terms of SMW interactions. Oh, that's a hard one. I'm not even sure that is the right answer as the physics. It could be a number of things. It could be animation. Like, we've already... One of the ones earlier that I got, because apparently it wanted to... Or GbreezeSunset wanted to give a freebie to people who are colorblind or something. Was that the colors of the disco shell were slightly altered. Which definitely would be hard to see without frame stepping. Basically, up until level 3, things were pretty chill, and now that we're level 5, it's gotten remarkably less so. But worst comes to worst, I've got some cliff notes, and if Fire's still around, I can always ask him. Yeah, I am unconvinced about my theories about throwing speed. Context, SMW, animations. Yeah, it's possible. It's the exact issue. So basically, the way this hack works is there are 3 rooms that are all the same. But one of them has some sort of slight difference. So for instance, this one was subtle and really cool, so I'll show you this one. So this room has a wiggler, and it's got power-ups to get you a cape. And in this room, and only this room, you can cape away the wiggler flower. So if I do this in another room, the wiggler flower is not capable, which I'm pretty sure is the vanilla behavior, because why in the world would they implement that? But you can see, lots of caping, flower's still there. So that's the principle of this, and you have to go and use the information about which door is which to then ascend up this tower, where if you do it right, it will give you a 1-up checkpoint. In this case, we're doing it wrong because we're picking 2 every time, the good old SAT solution. And we're wrong, so no 1-up checkpoint. I've gotten to, and I have cliff notes from Schema Tuna, so I can use those to slowly clue myself in, because I don't want this to take forever. He said, as it's already taken an hour and a half. Alright, I'm gonna take the first word of the clue for D. Let's see what it is. Score. Score? I messed with score. Alright. 200. D for D's. How you doing, brawler? Okay, 200, 400. Surprised no one made that joke when I kept saying D for this. 200, 400. Okay, what other ways can you score on one of these without it being a problem? Was the shell question? Oh, I was thinking that maybe that the speed of the shell was different. I no longer believe that, mostly because I've been given a hint. Well, I have, like I said, I have cliff notes from Schema Tuna that I can use. Pressing on sleep, doing hack stuff. Nice. What's this? I like it. I like it. Surprisingly long. Yeah, I can't test it. This is tricky. The question is not an easy one. Though I guess what we could say is these sorts of questions could definitely be used to as captchas, because the AI can't answer them, but the experienced SMW player can. With hours of observation. Chocolate, you started testing the chat GPT? Interesting. Which chocolate? I'm trying to think of, like... Too strong? Can't tell me frames you're off. Ah, gotcha. Okay, so we've evaluated score for a few of these. Eldorado. Oh, Road to Eldorado? I think I've actually played that one. I think I did. That was a good one. What ways are there to score with a shell? That would be interesting for this. Wait a second. What if I were to spin jump on it while it's in motion? 200? 2 mid-airs reading chat. I can't even play normal Mario reading chat. To be fair, that may have more to do with the fact that my chat is ill-positioned for it, but still. Alright, so... the last of my theories regarding score and shells. Yeah, they're all giving 200 for spin jumping on it, even if it's in flight. Alright, let's try the next word. Score only. Score only. Have no stall. Still, it's true. Net impatient over grinding. Ugh. I've definitely gotten some salt recently. I've been judging QLDC. There has been salt. Score only increase... Score only. The next thing has to be increases, I think, at least in tenor, right? That's the way that sort of Markov chain wants it to go. How can I... If I shell jump, even up at a high height, it's not going to go twice. Like, this isn't one of those ones you can jump on twice. It's a single hit shell regardless. Like, is there a way for me to land such that I can knock the shell and hit it at the same time? I don't think so. That seems, frankly, ridiculous, actually, thinking about it now. That's an option. But it doesn't change the nature of it, right? Well, actually, no. Hold up. If I can hit it 3 times, then I've got something. 800. Okay, that's a way to increase score. Spin, jump, door, poof, door entry, maybe? Maybe. It says it's point-based, so I'm going to assume 800, okay. I did not even consider this as an option. Yeah, that's it. 400, 400. It's this room. Yeah, GbreezeSunset has a lot of experience with such things. South Point Hotel and everything. Just lots of weird mechanics this man understands. Score doesn't increase past 400 when jumping on shell. I didn't even know there was a way to make that work. Alright, we're down to C and B. I'm pretty sure I got it right. I'm certain about D. Let's see what the rest of his message was. Score only goes to 400 when triple interacting with a shell. Up, throw, bump, jump on shell, bump again. I got that 100%. It also occurs to me I could have noticed the 400 partway through that, and I just didn't. Alright, we have C. I highly suspect this is something to do with wall clipping, or that one sprite block that exists in the in Switch Palaces. The one that everyone always loves jumping off of and yumping. Says the man who has never jumped off it and yumped it. But we don't really want a wall clip. Like, do you need P-Speed to do that? I'm not really sure how that particular block works at the best of times, but like this, that's how I read this, as what I would want to do if this was like my puzzle. To be fair, the A room, the idea I had for the puzzle was wrong, and I'm really sad about that. In fact, I'm just going to show this because it makes me sad every single time. So the difference here is that there's a bit of difference in dampening and how, you know, you drop this, it bounces a bit different, whatever. What I really wanted it to be was that since this room has a whole entirely black background, is that the eye of the key was also entirely black in one of the rooms, so you couldn't see it. Not with P-switch corner tiles, you don't need P-speed? Okay, cool. An actual wall clip. I think you can do actual wall clips without P-speed, because I certainly have had them happen to me on accident when, like, spin jumping places. But I don't know about this pillar here. Let's see, that's 6 high? Can you make a 6 high jump? 5 high is guaranteed. 6 height depends upon subpixels and nonsense, right? I'm pretty sure 6 pixels you need, or 6 tiles you need, like, the right combination of P-speeds. Like, you can clearly see I'm getting up 5 tiles easily. So maybe that's it. Maybe one of these rooms, you can't actually make the orange jump. I don't also know how to reset my subpixels for the orange jump. But maybe that's it. Like, the fact that it's a height of 6 is highly suspicious. Needed cycles of frames to make it more subpixel unlikely, so improbable with wall clips. It's definitely a TJB thing. TJB knows all that kind of nonsense. All the mid-airs, all the fruit dealings. I'm fairly certain. Kind of want to boot up Kaizo Kindergarten for Dummies just to check Is it actually possible to make a 6-height jump? Or is it 5 that's a little suspicious? How many tiles can Mario... How many tiles high can Mario jump SMW? 1 to 6. Alright. Alright, I'm curious what your AI is going to say. Let's see. Please. I want to see someone hit the messages. Alright. So I am correct. You can, in fact, jump 6 tiles. Room's not well set up for it. Or at least the easy version of it. Alright, checkmark button. Maximum theoretical height, small Mario, big Mario. 6 tiles of perfect input release. 6.5, not a full 7 with P speed, running full speed before jumping. Slightly higher, but not reaching 7 full tiles with frame perfect tricks, corner boost, wall grabs, or frame perfect regrabs. Possible to squeeze out 7 tiles in some spaces, but not normally consistent in gameplay. That sounds about right. Plus or minus some things. I'm not sure what a wall grab is. Barring it being like a chocolatey thing. Yeah, I am not a master of mechanics enough to say yay or nay on that. I feel like this... Oh, I did make it up. I really wish I'd done something while I was up there. Alright, so we found a mechanism to do this. Not sure how consistent it is, but we made it up there. That's why, even though it's a vanilla base ROM analyzer, still use it for basic knowledge. Gotcha. Okay, well this would drive me nuts if the answer is literally in one of the rooms. It is in fact impossible, and I'm just incredibly unlucky. I just want to stand up there. I did it while ducking. Like, seriously. Okay. I do not believe there's a Kaizo block or anything on top of that. Now let's try another room. You know, it's not working quite as well as it was in the other room. I think I might not be able to jump as high. Let me check this room first. Oh. Okay, maybe I somehow got my subpixels set to like a really good value for a very small amount of time. Because now I'm... Okay, yeah, I definitely got it there. Let's try C. The inability to do something is a difficult one to quantify. Okay, we did it in C. I think that might be it. I think you can't make that jump in C2. Like, there's some sort of... Oh, never mind, you can! Well, damn it! So much for that theory. Oh, I liked that theory so much. Alright, let's take the first word. No. Okay, I'll take the second word. Wall jumps. Yeah, I am just gonna take the mulligan on this one. No wall jumps in one room. Yep, that's... I'm just sad. I was really hoping it'd be something to do with that. I don't even know how to wall jump. Yeah, I need someone who knows how to do that to come in and tell me I don't know how to do wall jumps. I'm taking that one and running far, far away. C is 2. It's a shame, because if I hadn't, like, messed up... No wall jumps. Seriously. At least the idea... I had that idea at the start, like wall jumping, or maybe that one tile thing, but, ugh. I do not want... Just spin jump. Yeah, I guess that's the right way of it, right? But, like, proving you can't do it is the problem, right? Like, I was really hoping just something different or the inability to get up there. Like, proving a negative is very hard. Especially a probabilistic negative like this one. You know? Like, this is one of the rooms that lets you do it, too. Yeah. No, thank you. Alright, we just have B to figure out. Because I still don't get B. I was hoping fire would be available to enlighten me, but possibly not. Is that a question? Because the note I have for here is weird. It has to do with double eat canceling, or eat canceling, and fire says no, it's possible to do without eat canceling. Which makes more sense to me? He just walked through me. Was that the eat canceling thing? He didn't really cancel the eating, he just walked out. Maybe I got it. I'm not entirely convinced. What's up first? That didn't work. Like, I have the whole, like, I have the answers but not the solution, catch me? This is kind of like in a mystery hunt thing where you're like, I know the answer to one of these puzzles is, I don't know, the Wolf's Hour. Actual, legitimate, kind of hilarious mystery hunt thing that happened. Yeah, I guess that's just the thing that happens, is sometimes these guys walk through you while you're eating. I do love that, though. But yeah, I legitimately don't know the right answer to this. I highly suspect the eat cancel thing might be a consequence of something else. But, because, like, there was a similar thing where there was a slight difference in one of the rooms in floor 4 that someone noticed, but that wasn't the actual difference. And, of course, there also was the you don't have to look at the disco shell, you could just look at the sign thing that happened. I don't know when I ditched one of my earbuds. Oop. Okay. Too late. I'm not that good at eat canceling. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this. I'm gonna ask. If and when fire ever comes back, I will have to ask. But apparently, 3 is the room I need. I'm just not sure why. Such an odd little room. This has got very peaceful music. That's one thing we got going for us. Huh. Does that always work? Brilliant. I thought that if you walked into a Goomba with a Yoshi, that you usually just walked into him. You did, okay. This actually might be the interaction I'm looking for. Said as he keeps spin jumping the damn things. Nope, that was a weird fluke. Alright. I have no idea. Like, I just, at this point, either it's something so obscure, or it's something that I tried measuring the Yoshi's speed, came to the conclusion the Yoshi was always going the same speed. Like, I liked the idea of using the Goombas as a speedometer. That did not come to fruition. But at this point, I just don't know. And I am unconvinced that wandering around will do more, so let's just get this over with. But guys, a long time, let's make sure. You have to play the whole thing to really get the full-on headache. Alright. And it was C, it was 3 for that. C was 2. D was 1. And then E was 2. So we have the right answers, we just don't necessarily know the solution. But, that being said, we do end up in the room that takes you to the moon room. Getting the moon first. Okay, it doesn't go up, that's good. They're puzzling you in SMW. Or no-go. Yeah. I know some people really appreciate them, but other people are like, no, this is not my jam. Now what happens? Tower of Facades by GbreezeSunset. Okay, check. There are credits. Testing. Louis Doucet, Miracle Water. Somehow I'm not surprised. Really not surprised. Inspiration Fire, also not surprised. Thanks for the GG. If either of you who actually know wouldn't mind telling me, what was the deal with 5B? Because I really want to know what the actual difference was, and I just don't know. Graphics by Inorakun and Falcon Punch, ASM, Ampersand, Darvos, Aressano, Hammer Guy, Ice Guy, or Hammer Brother Ice Guy, Amelia, Kevin, Lolcats, Louie, Mario Fan Gamer, Melon Pizza, Mike Guy, Miracle Water, Noobish Noobsicle, Russian Man Sonic Thomas, and Yoshi Cookie Zeus. Music by Dark Mario Bros, iCrawfish, Jano, 27, Kevin, Mercury, Penny, Moose, Musical Man, Pink Gold Peach, Red Chameleon, and special thanks to Alex, Fire, 150, Louis Doucet, and Miracle Water. Different sprite order? Seriously? Yeah, it's the Goombas. Is inverse. What does that even mean? Thank you for playing. Press up to exit. I exited. Alright, so how would I even notice that the sprite order is different? Like, was that where the weirdness was happening here? I kicked it in a different room. Like, sprite order affects priority of certain things, but like, how? Yoshi height compared to Goombas. I'm not convinced on that one. A few things that draw priority. Oh. Oh, so like, also how they clash, of course. Like, would this be observable here? One of them goes, okay, let's see. Goes in front of, oh, that one goes behind the Yoshi. That one also goes behind the Yoshi, so that wouldn't have revealed anything to me there, I guess. Does that work the same way here? So really what I'm hearing is that in order to truly appreciate this, you definitely needed more Mario mechanic understanding. They both go behind him, so that wouldn't have been a clue. With the key, you can see that you can't item mount it without showing different observable sprite slot settings, so I presume it could be a visual understanding. Huh. What an odd thing. Yeah, I would say my only real complaint is that, like, the difficulty shoots up to a vertical extent in the fourth area. It's like, I have no idea how I would have ascertained that. Clearly Fire figured it out by some sort of Yoshi cancel eating thing. But the weird thing that bugs me is, like, there's one chuck that's worth, and then there's the one that's the chuck. That's free, effectively. Like, in level 4, especially because the 5's bonus, whatever, sure. Make this the most sicko difficulty you can, GbreeZ. But it's just very odd to me to have one that was about as difficult as the other, like, probably one of the other easier Thors and one of the easier floors, and then that. 8 canceled to notice and later figured out. Got it. Absolutely. I would not mind seeing in Discord. Alright, well, I'd say that we are done with this. I mean, it's not uncommon with puzzle things, just like in general. You never quite know where other people will struggle, and also just, it happens. Even the mystery hunt, you just never quite know how, like, this is something they've done a lot more of in recent years, is doing whole testing of the hunt as opposed to testing individual rounds and pieces. Because sometimes something someone saw early on the hunt will cause them to rat hole horribly. And of course, there's also been years where, like, everyone has been stuck on the last meta. I'm looking at you, Orange Tie, from 2005. Or, I guess this is a very year, like, there were 6 teams that were all stuck on one meta, and they were all stuck on a different meta, which was actually pretty hilarious. Thanks to the GGs. Destroy You looks cool. I mean, what I would say is go play one of the easier ones. The inspiration up there saying my Fire 150 is Fire did Spot the Discrepancy, which is like this, but far less sadistic. I haven't played it. I think I played the Romhack Races level. Maybe. It's been a bit. But we did it. Oh, there were at least 2 different Spot the Discrepancy type things, though they were horror themed for QLDC. It was a lot. Oh. Alright. Alright. That was good. It was fun. But I don't think I would have gotten through it without Schema Tuna's notes. So again, big shout outs to Schema Tuna for writing up his notes and sending them to me. Because I would have been stuck for a very long time. And shout outs to everyone who's beaten this before me, because damn. Also, I should just accept it. Damn, I don't have to do anything for this, because GbreeZ made it. Boop, done. Better not have accidentally put that in Hall of Fame, because that seems to be a thing that happens every single time I moderate a hack. Oh good, no. It's happened twice. I'm not sure why. I don't click the button, but somehow it happens and then Green notices later and has to get fixed. I don't know why. I don't know why it happens. It's so weird.